What's up, everybody? It's Kelsee, Briana, J here with another review rewind. In these videos, I like to talk about products that I've reviewed on my channel before, and I just want to revisit them to share with you guys my thoughts on them and let you all know if my thoughts have changed. I just want to use the products again on my channel. So I think these are super fun because I can revisit makeup that was limited edition or just anything that I have not talked about in a while. So let me share with you guys the products that I picked out today. So in no particular order, the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dewy Set Spray. Next, I have the Melt Pink Moon Highlighter. Next, I have the Kojendo Manifashi Sheer Lucent Powder. I believe I just killed that. I'm revisiting these two concealers. This one is the Armani Power Fabric Concealer, and this one is the YSL Touche Eclat High Coverage Concealer. Let's talk about the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Gel again. The Chanel Ultra Latent Foundation. I'm throwing it all the way back with this one. This is the Tarteist X Makeup Shayla Contour Palette. And last but not least, I am playing again with the Charlotte Tilbury, the Icon Palette. So I hope that you guys enjoy this, and I hope that you all like my review rewind series. Let me know some products that you want me to use in the next one. This is not all that I'm going to use in this video, but these are the focal points. So let's go ahead and jump into it, and I will show you all how I created this look. Let's start out with revisiting the Chanel foundation, and I picked up a new color. I told a few of you guys that I picked up a new color in like comments and stuff like that, but I never did an update on it. The new color that I have is BD61. I believe when I did the review, the color that I had was BD71, which was a full shade too dark. Let's go ahead and apply. So I'm just gonna squirt out three pumps on my Petri dish, and I'm gonna blend it out using my Kelsee sponge. Ooh, this sponge is cold. Maybe shouldn't have done cold water. But I'm just gonna pounce this everywhere. I love the way that this smells. Point blank period. Like, this is one of my favorite smells. Chanel makeup. Oh, it's so good. I love the way that this foundation looks, honestly. And I love that I have a color match in it now. I'm just applying all of this. I don't think I really need any more. This is just an everyday look, so I think I'm good on that. As you guys saw, I already had my brows done and I had a little bit of concealer around them. So I'm just going to take a Sonia Kashuk pointed foundation brush and whatever is left over of this foundation and kind of go over that just to make sure that that's fully blended out. I want to try the YSL Touche Eclat High Cover Concealer on one side and the Armani Power Fabric Concealer on the other side just to see what it looks like. Let's see. Okay, there's that. Let me see this Armani. Okay, color-wise, I like my Armani better just because it's more yellow. And I think the YSL is a bit more warm in tone. But I'm just going to blend them out and see. I'm going to use the same sponge but just flip it. So I'm going to blend out the Armani first. Okay. Put some on my eyelid. I love the way that Armani blends out and looks. It's super pretty. So let me see the YSL. So flipped. The YSL just does not give the same amount of flawlessness that the Armani gives. I put the same amount of concealer as you guys saw, and I just feel like the YSL still needs a little bit more to give me more coverage, and I feel like the Armani just kind of killed it straight out of the gate. I'm going to apply a little bit more of this YSL right in here, and for all intents and purposes, I'm going to apply a little bit more of the Armani too. Just a little bit more of the Armani, just because I don't really feel like I need that much more. Blend that out. And guys, I remember which side of the sponge I used for what. I know y'all are like, how? I just do. Alright, I think with building up the YSL, it looks better. But you're just going to use more products. to get the same amount of coverage you can just get with the YSL. Now, to set my under eye, I'm going to revisit the Kojendo Sheer Lucent Powder. I ordered this from Beautylish and I was really obsessed with it when I first got it, but I just figured it was time for me to play with it again. So let me set my under eye concealer with that. Guys, I just take this thing out and I go straight in because I don't play when it comes to under eye powder. So I'm going to take good amount of that powder and then press it under my eye. And I like to press the powder in until it pretty much melts. Flip. I'm going to do the same thing for this side. This powder is really nice and very light. That's what I like about it, is that it just feels like air almost. So I'm not going to use this powder all over my face just because, as you guys can see, it brightened up my under eye significantly. So I don't want that same thing all over my face. So as you guys can see, my under eye looks very smooth, but it still kind of looks whitish. So I'm going to take some of my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, and this is a Sephora All Over Powder Brush. I'm going to pack this powder on and kind of sweep away some of that under eye powder too, so it's not as stark, and then kind of go over it a little bit just so it blends in a little bit more with my complexion. So I feel like my complexion is looking real smooth and velvety. My under eye looks really smooth. I still prefer this side to this side. Let's go ahead and do our eye look. I'm going to go back with the Charlotte Tilbury palette. For starters, I'm going to take my blending brush. This is a Chikuhodo GSN 10 brush, and this color, I'm going to take this in my crease. So just back and forth. And this formula is so weird, like so weird. It almost feels like a cream to powder, but it's like slick. I absolutely cannot explain it. But I'm just going to take this back and forth in the crease and then blend it out. I feel like it goes on super smooth. And I think that people who have textured eyelids will like this formula just because it's so smooth. It really just glides on. I feel like I need to have this blue. So same brush. Oh, tap off your brush, Kelsey. And I am going to apply this on the outer corner and then just build it up and bring it up towards the crease. And I actually am going to take it a little bit further in on the lid, more so than the outer corner, like the outer third. So like split the eye up into 3 parts, 1, 2, 3. This is going to take up a little section. And I'm just going to keep building this up until it's fully opaque. I might need a stiffer brush, so I'm going to switch to the Sonia G Worker Pro. And I feel like this is going to pick it up a little bit better and apply it a little bit more concentrated. Yes, because this brush is a lot more stiff than the Chikuhodo one. The Chikuhodo one is good for blending, and this one is good for like blending out the edges and packing it on. I think we got there. I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye off camera, but you guys saw it took me maybe like 7 tries to get it to be fully opaque, but I got it to the level I wanted. So now I'm going to take the same brush and this tannish color, and let's pop that on the lid. I feel like this palette can take a while to start to build. Like, it truly is a builder palette. So it'll go on sheer, and you can go over it a few times and you can get it fully opaque. I actually think I'm going to take some of my Anastasia Dewy Set Spray and amp it up. Let's switch brushes to a synthetic brush. This is the Tom Ford Concealer Brush. And let's see. Yes, this is much better when foiled. It automatically takes it there. Yes. And the brush too, because it's so flat, I think it helps with applying that color. Now I'm going to take an Esom S31 pencil brush, and let's go in with this top color. Let's pop that on the inner corner. I love a white gold. This is my favorite color of eyeshadow. I'm going to go ahead and take that same color and put it on the lower inner corner. I want to go in with this gold color in this pencil brush. Spray that brush. Okay. Oh, my eyes. I need to leave them alone for a minute. So like I said, I'm going to give my eyes a minute to just chill out before I do liner and lashes. So now I'm gonna go in with a serious throwback. This is the Tarteist X Makeup Shayla collaboration palette that came out a few years ago. This is an Esom X52 brush, and I'm gonna go in with this lighter contour color. Let's sculpt. Oh shoot, I did a lot there. All right, let me blend this out. I don't know that I like this color on my skin. This is a little dark. I used to use this dark powder. I couldn't dare use this one. If this one is this dark, oh my goodness. Okay, it has this like cream powder in it. Let me go in with a little bit of this to try to offset that. Oh no. I guess this is like a true contour powder because it's kind of gray-like. And that's the color your contour is supposed to be, just because your contour is supposed to mimic a shadow. But honey, sometimes on brown girls, that just looks wrong. Let me mission abort that. I really like this when I used to use it back in the day, but now it's too dark. I don't think I will wear that. Let me go in with my Guerlain bronzer and warm this up. It's a little bit too gray. It looks like a bruise. I prefer a much warmer chiseled cheek. Let me go back in with my setting powder because this kind of looks like when you have like high blood pressure or diabetes and you get like this cast on your face. And I've seen it happen to a lot of people. That's what this looks like on my face. Not that I intentionally did this. While I'm letting this bake to kind of brighten up under this contour, I'm going to go ahead and highlight. And this is a Melt Cosmetics highlighter. And this one is in the color Pink Moon. And I did not buy this. Mel actually gave this to me because she tried it out and she was wanting it to be a lighter pink highlight. But in turn, it was like a darker, more purpley hued highlight. And the reason I didn't buy the highlight is because I thought it was going to be a light pink highlighter. But then when she said it wasn't in her video, that it was a darker, like purpley pink highlighter, I was like, I feel like I need that. And she was like, you can have it because it's way too dark on me. This is a Sonia G Fan Pro brush. And this is like a baked gelée highlighter. Going forward, this is pretty much how almost everybody's highlights are nowadays. This brush picks this up beautifully. I like this highlighter, but again, on me, it's still a little bit darker. I feel like this will look super bomb on somebody with a deep complexion. As you guys see, it shows up and it's really pretty and iridescent. I'm going to go in with a little bit of Cookie from the Benefit Bronze Squad palette just because it's so freaking pretty. And I'm just going to layer that like right on top, right on the high planes. I'm going to go in with a little bit of NARS Deep Throat Blush lightly. And this is a Royal and Langnickel BOM01 brush. And I need this bake off of my face. So I'm just going to first sweep it away and see what it looks like. It looks better, but I don't like that harsh line. So I'm going to go back with my face setting powder and just kind of go over that to diffuse that line. Go into a little bit of mascara. I actually don't even think I'm going to put on lashes, just because my eyes won't stop watering. I'm just going to do some mascara. Before I put the brow gel on in my lips, I actually want to go ahead and spray my face with the Dewy Set Spray. Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up, shake it. Okay. I feel like my eyes are not going to stop tearing up to the point where I'm not going to be able to get a thumbnail. I like the way this Dewy Set Spray feels. It has, you know, that faint smell of coconut. Lips, I just kind of want to keep it simple. This is the Enamored Hydrating Gloss Stick in Sugar Sugar. That's all I want to do. Brow gel. This one is in the color Medium Brown. I love how this brow gel just kind of fills in the gaps that I just didn't have time to do. Okay guys, so this is the final look that I created in this review rewind. I'm not in love with it, but we're here. So let's go ahead and close it out. I'm going to talk to you guys about everything that I tried again in this video. So let's start out with what's staring me straight in the face, which is this Dewy Set Love this. I feel like it does a really good job at foiling eyeshadows. I like the way it smells, and I like the way that it gave me a very subtle glow. So boom. This Melt highlighter, I like the effects that it gave, but as you guys saw, I layered it to give it more of a bing on my complexion. I feel like the deeper your skin is, the prettier this is going to look on you, and the more you're going to be able to see that holographic shift to it. I think that the formulation of it is nice, but I just wish it was one shade lighter. The Kojendo powder is phenomenal. Very lightweight powder. It sets your under eye, gives you a really smooth appearance. I love the way it feels and I love the way it looks. It set both of the formulations of my concealer really nicely. Again, I would not put this all over my face though, just because it does brighten you up just a bit. Bringing us into the concealers. Again, I prefer the Armani concealer over the YSL concealer. The YSL concealer really just doesn't give me enough coverage. I can still see all of my freckles, which I don't mind that, but for the price point, I really wanted a little bit more from YSL. It dries down matte and it doesn't give enough coverage, so I'm not in love with this. The Armani concealer, however, is the bomb.com. It's going to give you coverage. It's not the most full coverage concealer, but it still gives you enough coverage to where your under eye just looks kind of snatched. For me, this is the perfect everyday concealer and I am in love with this. So definitely this one over this one. I really the Tarte palette. I felt like this was so bomb when I first got it, but using it again, I don't have the same love for it. I really don't like the colors of the contour. I prefer bronzers because I know a bronzer is supposed to warm up the face. If you apply a deep enough bronzer that's not reddish, you're gonna get that chiseled effect, but it's gonna look a little bit more warm and it's gonna look more skin-like. But this is going on permanent retirement effective this video. This Chanel foundation, popping. If you guys like a lightweight foundation that's gonna give you medium buildable coverage, that's gonna look like velvet, boom, this is the foundation for you. It has a little bit of a scent to it, so if you have super sensitive skin and you're like no fragrance free, probably not gonna be the foundation for you. It's not overwhelming, but it is there. I love this foundation. I think that it's super smooth. It's very beautiful. It gives the most pretty effect on the skin. Even when my skin is not A1, when I put on this foundation, I feel like it goes there. So love it. Anastasia Dip Brow Gel. Love it. I love the color. I love how it feels. It's almost like goopy kind of feeling, and you think it's gonna mess up your brows, but it doesn't. It gives you a really nice soft hold in the brow and it tints them. So I'm here for this. I love the color medium brown and I feel like it just gives my brow just that nice finish. So lastly, I have the Charlotte Tilbury palette. I don't know why my eyes reacted to this palette like that today. My eye is still over here watering. I just let it do its thing. Like, I'm just gonna mind my business, but I don't know, this blue really irritated my eye on this side. I like the results I got from this palette this time a little bit more in terms of how it looks, simply because I actually foiled the eyeshadows this time, and this is the type of formulation that you can use wet or dry, and in my initial video I used them dry and you guys saw the effect that I got. You know, pretty eyeshadow, nothing spectacular, but I feel like foiling them takes them to the next level and it gives it a little bit more pop. The thing that separates this from everybody else's palettes is the formula, and the formula is just different. That's everything that I tried. Let me know what you guys would like to see in the next review, rewind. Anything is game. So let me know your thoughts and I will check you guys in the very next video. Smooches. Bye.